Hey guys, Christine here. I am going to share with you today how to start emailing with command. And when I say emailing, I should be specific, mass emailing. So I am here in a demo account and I'm going to act like we're starting from scratch. So first I'm going to go into settings, and what we want to do is hook up our account to be able to email. So the first way that I'm going to do this is, number one, go ahead and connect an account for Mailchimp. Now with this, if you don't already have a Mailchimp account, what you're going to want to do is get into Mailchimp. And Mailchimp is a free service. Now you can have a paid service. Go ahead and research that. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and put in some sample email stuff. All right, so then all I have to do is go ahead and log into my email account. All right, so here I am in my email and I'm going to go ahead and activate account. And I would just suggest to start with free. Again, you have 500 contacts for free in this example. And you're going to be prompted to put in a couple different things. Eventually, you'll get to the dashboard. I don't want to subscribe to any of that. All right, so here is where the fun starts. So right here, we're going to go to audience. You currently probably only have one subscriber, which would be yourself. Yep. All right, so once we get into audience, we're going to get back over here into command. Let's go ahead and connect our account, and this is going to be the same information that you had. We'll go ahead and log in. Okay, so that is now hooked up. If you ever need to manage it, you just get back over here and you can disconnect. Once we have Mailchimp hooked up, what we want to do is go ahead and get into clients. And here you can see I just have two examples for us. So number one is I have a client that is a buyer, and then I have Joe Schmo, which is an agent at this point. Now what we're going to do is make sure we have some organized lists to email. So we're going to come over here into campaigns, head up to the email section, and we want to configure our lists. So for most agents, they just need some type of list to email to their clients, right? And so in this case, we have KW Kauai as our email list. And this would probably be our client list. So let's go ahead and add someone. Let's go ahead and add our client Dugan, and we can save that. So from that perspective, we see we have two new contacts. Now, if you had a lot of people to be adding to this, maybe you have 100 people that you want to add to that list, what we would want to do is make sure you're seeing 50 contacts at a time. You can filter by your system tags, or if you have custom tags that you've set up, you can go ahead and search that way. Apply it. You can choose all of those items, all of those people that need to go into that list, or uncheck the people that don't belong in that list. And you would go ahead and add to email list. Now, once you click that, they will end up prompting you to ask which list you need to go into. What we're going to do here is get back into our emails and configure our list and make sure that we have, again, those two people. To double check to make sure it's syncing properly, we want to go over here into audience. We have two people in here at this point. So what we can do is view our contacts. And we have client Dugan and then my original email address, right? So these are really simple ways just to keep organized. Now, if you wanted to add another list, this is a free account. I believe you only get access to one list or one audience. Now, if you wanted to have another one, let's see if we can edit this a little bit. Audience name and defaults. All right, so I would have something maybe along those lines. You can edit all of this. We'll go ahead and save audience. Let's refresh over here. And you can see where it is now syncing properly. Now, if you had maybe an agent list, what you would want to do is create a list. And we'll do KBR agents, like if you wanted to do an email blast as far as a price adjustment, and we'll do and then we can check which person we would want. All right, so this says that we do not have access to another audience list. You do have the option to update Mailchimp to a paid subscription, and you would just want to go into their pricing to figure it out. I think I pay about $15 every month to have more lists, but then again, everything is organized through command that syncs directly to Mailchimp. All right, so now that you have your list organized, there's actually two separate ways to send mass emails now through command. The first way is straight through command. They just released this last week, so we would want to go ahead and create a new campaign. Go to email, and let's go ahead and just type in test. And in this situation, maybe I just want to have brand awareness because it's a monthly newsletter to my sphere. And we would go ahead and choose that list name. And maybe this would be okay, and then we will go ahead and apply design. So you have two separate options here. You have more of a newspaper newsletter style. So you have imaging on the left and then some text. The other option is full images. So depending on what your style is, you would just go ahead and choose that. In this example, I am going to go ahead and choose this style. I don't have any information set up here. Now, I'm assuming you do have your Kelly guide set up, so all your information would auto-populate. You will have the opportunity to add all of this, but you can do your email title, and maybe this would be and then you would have options of all your different headlines and descriptions, and then you can link back to like your own blog or your own website with items and drag in images. So in this example, you have 3 sections. That is the extent of the template and your ability to design it. We can go ahead and apply design, but you have to fill out all this information. So for the sake of time, that's to show you the first option, right? The second option is, I'm gonna go ahead and leave and not save this as a draft. The second option is in emails. Rather than going straight here through command, we're over here in Mailchimp. So if you need templates, let me know. The easiest way to get a template is to go over to brand and templates, click on templates here. Now you have ways that you can create your own templates. I'm going to show you what I have created for the office here that I kind of use this as a template. So I have some text. And this is similar to what I had when I was an agent that I shared every single month. I had market statistics. I was actually running my own statistics, interpreting them, and then allowing that to be kind of an update, or I would have like a video that I would record, maybe anything that I put on Facebook Live as far as market updates this last month, I can drop in there. And you see with this template, I can drag and drop all kinds of stuff. I can drag in a text here, and I can type in all kinds of stuff. I could delete it if I wanted. These are Kauai homes for sale. So these are some of the things that, some of the listings in the office of agents that have already gotten email confirmation in order to market have put in there. Now, if I would have maybe another call to action, maybe this was just a photo for area MLS updates. And maybe this was Kapa'a updates, this was Lahui updates, and maybe this was Poipu updates for anything new that had hit the market. So in that case, you would just go to your website and we would create a search link, right? So we can go to search, and maybe I'm going to go to more, and I can do a scrolling down, and well, in this case, let's just go ahead and draw a map. I'm going to do Lahui here. And we can do any new price adjustments if we wanted to. The link would change. In this scenario, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this link. And then maybe I would put, with this image, we can do and we would highlight and put in our link back to our website, right? So lots of different options with that. We can make that bold. If you wanted to drag in a button for that, we would just choose button and drag that over, and then you would put and you always want to say it's opening up in a new window. You can edit this button color if you'd like. If you know your color code, you can type it in or just choose a template. Maybe you like black, that's more of your branding colors. Go ahead and save and close. Now with this scenario here, this is something that Keller Williams puts out every single month for us. So let's do KW Realty. And we have one in Spanish, one for Canada, I believe, and then one here.
This month in real estate for February.
And this gives the national update, right? So this is not specific, but that's okay because we want to keep information general until someone raises their hand, and then we can get more specific into what they're looking for. And let's go ahead and update that link. Make sure this image gets updated. Insert, save and close. So that will be updated. And then you would drop in your email signature. So my suggestion is, and you would end up customizing these, but my suggestion is any way that your regular email looks, mirror it to whatever your Mailchimp templates would look like. We want to make sure that it's all looking like it's coming from you specifically, and this is not a mass email. We want to try to avoid that from a marketing perspective. We would go ahead and save and exit. Now let's say, for instance, you didn't want to have a newsletter style like that. You just want to send out like a quick, hey, just checking in, want to see how you're doing. Make it look like it is a one-to-one communication instead of a one-to-many communication. So here I have another text that I can share with you. And I have added a tag here. So this would have the name of the contact, a sample name. So this would be Aloha Client, because that is in command here, the contact was Client Dugan, right? So first name would be Aloha Client, or if I was sending a realtor email to Joe or whatever the first name of your contact is. So the mail merge options are amazing, or the merge tags are amazing. Now you can go ahead and type in all your information. Well, if you wanted to drag in something else, again, you can go ahead and maybe in this case, we're going to put our email signature here and then any text underneath. But that would be the way that you would go ahead and update this. And then you can save this as a template, edit it as you see fit, and mass mail it. So those are the two templates I have that I can share with you right now through Mailchimp. If you're interested, just go ahead and shoot me an email and I'd be happy to share these templates with you. That way you don't have to design them on your own. So now the last step that we need to take, because we've set up our audiences, we've set up our templates, is to actually send our email, right? So we're going to go ahead and get into create, and we're going to go to email. And let's just put test February campaign. And to our audience list, we can go ahead and personalize it if we like to have their first and last name in their email inbox. However you've set up the from is who this will come from, but you can edit it here, whatever the account information you use to sign up for Mailchimp. Now, subject, let's just do real estate news you can use. And let's add an emoji. So they have a lot of little tips over here to the right. that we can use. You know, here you might put surf or I don't know, some other type of emoji, but once we get to our content, let's go to design, and there's a lot of different themes that we can use, but we're just going to go to our saved templates, and I'm going to choose the text template. And I went ahead and just cut and paste some other information here, but again, this is just what it would look like if I was just sending a regular email, right? So let's go ahead and make sure that this looks great. I'm ready to edit it. We can save and close. What I always recommend doing is previewing. So let's go ahead and enter preview mode right now. And we can allow the live merge tag so we can see how this looks, how it would come through. And that's how it would look on a desktop. Here's what it's going to look like on a mobile, and I don't think you have the inbox preview, but that's pretty helpful. Now you can go ahead and go to the next step and send your test email to yourself. So I really like that. You can push to your mobile, open link checker if there's any links that you have in here, but those are kind of the steps to make sure you go through that your email is ready to go. I'll go ahead and just save and close. Now what we would end up doing is everything looks good. We're just going to go ahead and hit the send. So again, if this is something you've time blocked, that maybe every Friday your clients are getting an update, or maybe the first Friday of the month, or maybe by the 10th of the month or 15th of the month, whatever it looks like, you would just go ahead and send. Now, if you wanted to have the schedule feature, you would need to pay, I think you need to upgrade your account. But for most agents, they can go ahead and have this all set up and then just send it on the day and time that they want to send it to their sphere of influence or their clients or whatever email list they have set up. Hopefully that gives you an idea of some of the power that you have now through Command with mass email options. Another feature I should point out to you is that in Mailchimp, when you have a certain level of a paid account, you can have email automation. So a lot of agents I talk to are waiting for Command to have this drip email opportunity. This would be the workaround if you are not using Market Leader right now and you want to use something through Command. This would be the way to do it until Command allows for the smart plans to be updated that way, or they roll out more of that email drip campaign. A lot of the marketing stats that are coming out at this point in research is showing that people do not respond well to that mass email option. I think that's why Command has moved away from that. A lot of people still do like running weekly newsletters or monthly newsletters to their people and maybe using some type of combo email marketing. Maybe you do one email newsletter every single month, and then maybe you use the Command neighborhood nurture smart plan to send them relevant market information that's very customized to them. So just a couple different options on how you can use this effectively in your business that you can hopefully take that one-to-many mass email and convert it into a one-on-one conversation, because that's really the goal of where Command is moving. So hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a productive day. Aloha.